Hey, what's up guys? Alex here with a new video, and today we're taking a look at a new lens by Viltrox, their new 28mm f4.5 autofocus pancake lens for the Sony E Mount. If you're new to the channel, I am a portrait photographer based out of San Antonio, Texas, and I shoot with a wide variety of cameras. Viltrox reached out to me a few weeks ago and asked me if I was interested in reviewing an early sample of this lens, and I jumped on the opportunity for several reasons. One, it's a 28mm lens. For some weird reason, manufacturers don't produce 28mm lenses. Even though it's an extremely popular focal length among street photographers, there just isn't many options out there. Two, it's one of the smallest full-frame lenses I have ever seen. So I had to jump on this opportunity. Like I do with all my videos though, these are my opinions and my thoughts, and Viltrox did not pay me, and they are not seeing this video before it's released. I will also be putting up images throughout the video so you can check out the image quality you're going to expect from this lens. And with that said, let's kick things off. Like I mentioned, this is the smallest lens I have ever tested. This lens is the size of a lens cap. To me, that is wild. And this lens is actually made pretty well. It looks like one of those disposable lenses that are adapted to mirrorless cameras, but it's not that at all. It's got a metal mount. It's actually got glass elements. I said autofocus, right? And it even has a USB-C port in the back for firmware upgrades. What's really cool about this lens is it also has an integrated lens shade or lens cover, so you don't have to worry about that and carry any extra items. The craziest part is this lens will retail for $99. That is a drop in the bucket when you think about prices with lenses and in the camera world. But you might be asking, is the lens any good? So I did mention it is a fixed f4.5 aperture, but it does have autofocus, and overall, I wouldn't say it's the best lens in the world. I would say it's more of a playful, have fun type of lens. What do I mean by that? So this lens is sharp enough. If you think about it, when you're shooting at 28mm f4.5, the entire image is almost in focus. So you don't really have to worry about sharpness. With a 61 megapixel sensor here on my Sony A7CR, it resolved plenty of detail. The biggest weakness of this lens is it just lacks contrast. It does not produce a contrasty image. As a matter of fact, images straight at a camera kind of have a haze to it, almost as if you were using a diffusion filter. Now, the good news is you can just add contrast in post and it somewhat mitigates the issue, but you are going to get that softer look with your images. Another thing, now this one is actually a cool imperfection. This lens promises a unique starburst effect, and what that means is when you point this lens at a light or the sun, you're going to get a four-pointed kind of star effect on your image. When I read that in the description of this lens, I thought it was going to be gimmicky, but I found myself actually using it and wanting to get that effect in some of my images. As a matter of fact, I was actually in the Portland, Seattle area for about 48 hours, and I was using Sony G-Glass with my Sony A7CR, and as I was shooting things, I kind of thought to myself, this would look pretty cool if I used the Viltrox 28 f4.5 and kind of got that unique look. And at that moment, that's when I realized this lens is a pretty cool proposition. You're not going to use this for professional gigs, or actually you might, depends on what you're going for. But at $100, it's a cheap lens you can just throw in your camera bag and use for the starburst effect, or use for street photography, or for that unique kind of soft look that it has. Again, it's a $100 lens, so don't expect G Master quality, but it's good enough for the size and, again, to have fun with it, because when you have a lens this small, you can't even tell you're carrying it. So bravo Viltrox, another cool lens added to the lineup. Consider me impressed. How do you purchase this lens? So actually Viltrox is doing something different for this one. They're launching an Indiegogo campaign for the month of October. I believe it goes live the day I post this video, and it'll go live through October 15th or 17th. I'll have details down below for you to check out. Like I mentioned, when it hits stores, it'll be $100, but if you back them on the Indiegogo campaign, you can get a discount and get this lens even cheaper. So with that said, you saw the images. What do you think? As always, If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button. It helps this channel. Please hit subscribe because that also helps the channel tremendously. And I will see you on the next one. Have a good one, guys. Peace.